Hey guys, in this tutorial we'll be doing a simple light shadow analysis. So to begin, we'll create a simple building or like a light scraper. So creating a simple box and right clicking that. You want to go to the modify panel and change the amount of segments you want for this box. I'll just do a few, maybe 6, 6 and 7, so it's all about even throughout. Then with the segment showing, if it's not showing, you want to select F4, and then right clicking and then converting it to poly, making sure that the poly icon is on in its parameters and highlighting its surfaces. With that, we want to press shift and insert, and then changing group to polygon just by selecting the down arrow. And this, you can now change how much width you want, let's say, these windows to look like. And then once you're sort of fine with it, you want to select the tick down below, and then up towards extrude you select shift and click it as well. This, you do the exact same thing, change how much sort of extrusion you want these windows to look like, and once they're done you want to click the tick button underneath as well. I then proceeded to select all the polygons I wanted and deleted them. Now for our sunlight. In the light systems, we want to select our sunlight and drag and drop our compass and light to whichever we want it to be. Then in the third icon, we want to make sure we're selecting our Arnold in our settings and grabbing our light source from there as well, making sure it's direct in systems panel, and dragging and dropping it as well to anywhere we'd like. This won't really matter because we'll then be aligning both of them together. Both the light source, then the compass to the Arnold light source. We'll then need to link them two together, doing this by going to the left hand toolbar and clicking what it looks like two links together, and then making sure you select one of them first, and then you'll have this dotted line which you'll then need to link to the other. And then to make sure that you have them both linked, you'll then need to go to the properties panel on the side through modify panel, then unclicking the active buttons, going to setup, and then finding the location in which we will select Melbourne, Australia. In any scenario you can really choose any, but for this example we'll choose Melbourne. Then as you can see, the light source has moved, and that means they've both been properly linked together. And then right after this, what we want to do is unhide our building for a second, selecting our source and then cloning them possibly 5 times, just the normal copy and cloning processes, and selecting that until we have all of them. Once that is done, you can select your source and change the time you want, then you will then see now that each one will then move to their direct sun direction based on their location. We have now a sun from the 6th hour, 9th hour, 12th hour, 14 and above. Unhiding our building and making sure, as you can see now, there doesn't seem to be any sort of effect that it has on the building. This is why it's on, because it's on the standard render mode. We want that to be on the high quality type in order to show the sunlight's effect on the building. You can see it a little bit here, but what you can also do next is go into the renders tab just above and selecting render, and this can give you a much more cleaner look at how the sun source has affected and penetrated the building itself through the shadows. You can also do this with any sort of mass buildings by using even the box shapes. I'll do a quick demonstration with a few boxes here and just play around with the height even and the length. You can see a little bit now as I create each individual box that there's a few shadows happening now. I'll have to turn that down just so it speeds up the process at the moment. But yeah, putting any sort of piece of geometry you want around as boxes until you're done. And there you go. You can see how the light penetrates the buildings and casts the shadow on each of them. Another cool thing you can do is to create a plane at the bottom. This will then show the different types of day and the shadows that each building reflects on the ground. This is quite interesting for a multi-shadow analysis for projects that you want to use for Max. And there you have it. You have a few shadows casting down on the ground. And again, going into render, you can see that a little bit more clearer in the viewport. That's all for today. Thanks for watching.